Hey guys, welcome back to the video. And I'm Basil. I have been working as a more than 3 years as a business analyst. And as a part of my journey, I have created this portfolio dashboard for you. If you are a fresher, if you are a beginner or intermediate, this video is for you. You will come to know and learn many more things in this project. And we'll use some advanced DAX functionalities and data cleaning steps, data modeling steps. Okay. So this is the dashboard that we will create. This is a part of a healthcare dashboard, and we will have some more detailed charts and advanced level of chart in it, and some formatting tricks like clicking on shapes, and so it will navigate to you another page, and some color combination decks and all. So first we will go ahead and see our problem statement here. So you can see this is the client problem statement, and this dashboard usually focus on one topic. It's not like we will show everything in this dashboard, like patient by age group or country or city. And this, though we don't want this slide have specific problem here. US lung cancer burden and clinical trial access. It means that what is the lung cancer burden is in the United States, and if is there any enough clinical trial in that particular city or particular area. So that does we want to answer. This is the what real analysts do in everyday day-to-day tasks. It's not just creating more charts, it's just creating the impactful charts, and every chart should have a meaning. So, what is our client requirement here? So, this dashboard must help client to decide what the client needs a monthly decision view that connects lung cancer burden with clinical trial access. The report must stay focused, interactive, and easy for non-domain users to understand. So this is a healthcare domain dashboard. So most of you are not from the healthcare background, so you won't understand what is going on. So don't worry. I have provided you the glossary and synonyms here. So what does that mean? And what are the problem statements? So we can see identify the current burden. So use new cancer cases, average monthly mortality rate he wants, late stage diagnosis percentage. And this is the thing. And the exact dashboard problem statement is where is the lung cancer burden highest in the selected month or year? Which stages and quarter contributes most to the cancer? What are the cancer death concerned with smoking ban, region, or state? Are active and recruiting trials keeping place with high burden states. So these are the client statements and that he wants to get answer with. So I have a glossary here. I will provide this PPT into the description. So beginner glossary, if you are a beginner for the healthcare industry or domain, so you must know what does the exact terminology mean. So I have provided here in a short format. So like new cancer cases, we have new lung cancer reported for selected month or states, cancer death. What is mortality rate? Deaths normalized per 10,000 population. This is called mortality rate. What is MoM? That is month over month and year on year. Treatment center count. Smoking rate, like estimated share of eligible people who's screened for lung cancer. These are some glossaries. You can go through it, and like we have some localized stage cancer. What does it mean? It means that cancer is limited to lung or its original state only. And regional state, it means that it has spread to the nearby tissues, nearby areas. So these are some terminologies before beginning. You must go through it, and we have for every column I have provided you a short description here. So you can go to this slide, and the Power Query cleaning and model scope also I have given you here. So we will some create some fact and dimension tables from it. So before anything, let's move on to the video, and we will start with our data cleaning first.
So we will create our dashboard with this Excel. We'll connect this Excel with our dashboard, and this is the data that I will provide you into the description. So you can follow along with me, and step by step we will create the dashboard. As you can see, this dashboard data, Excel data is in very unclean format. Like numbers are in text format, and you can see the region south, some in south, some is in the capital letters, and very unclean format. You can see west is in capital format, northeast in small format. So this will not give us the unique value in our chart. So we have to clean this data first, and then only we will move on to the Power BI charts, because now you will see what the real analysts do on the daily to daily task. This is the data cleaning is the most important task before creating the charts and all. That is the easy part. So you can see the population is in text format. You can see number after they have mentioned people. So this is not a number that we need. we need the proper number here to provide some calculations in the text. Otherwise, that will understand text here. So you can see the new cases. They have mentioned some there. There are cases here, comma mentioned, but this is not the perfect whole number. We need to remove this comma cases. So we will use some advanced M code for that because we will won't do manual control plus H and replace all because we need an automation. That's what Power BI is famous for. So like you can see in cancer death, there are deaths mentioned after the numbers. So this is not a cool format to have. And in this percentage, you can see some are in decimal format, some are in percentage format. So it will give us an incorrect percentage value in our Power Query. If we will, it will convert this into the percentage, but this values that it will throw an error as a text. And or otherwise, if we will remove this percentage, then it will give us 233.9%. That is a so high percentage value. We need as 0.23 instead of that. So we will use some M code in this as well. And we have some trial details, two fact sheets we have here. One is for cancer and one is for trial. And same goes for here. You can see the same trial title is in different formats. One is in short form, one is in long form, and capital letters. Some state have state code mix in it. So this is a very unclean format to have. So we'll clean this and we will map this with the state mapping. We have a unique table here. So we will do that. So let's move on to our Power BI. So yeah, this is our Power BI. First, what we will do here, we'll just go here and click on Get Data and click on Excel workbook. And in Excel workbook, click on the lung cancer dataset that I have provided you into the description. So you will come to see this kind of preview and you will see the three tables here. So click on all these three tables. We want all these three tables and click on transform data. Do not load bus because we need to first transform our data into an perfect dashboard ready data and we need to clean it. So first of all, you will come to see this type of data here and before that you just need to go to the view tab and just make sure this column distribution and column quality and formula bar is checked because you will see the what is the quality of the column if there is an error or empty in this column. So you can see this is population, it is showing you in the text format, but it is incorrect. We need it into a proper whole number format. Same for the new cases. It is in text format. It will not provide us a proper calculation in the DAX. So we will clean this data. So what first we will do, we will not touch the original data that is came to our from any site or from any software. It's a very good practice not to touch the original data. Instead, you make this as a staging query. All the data will be updated to this, and you will create a separate fact and dimension table from this table. So click on the right click and click rename, and you can add as a staging STG trial details and use some snake format here. Okay. Um, so same way, rename it state mapping. You can select as HTG state mapping. Same for cancer details. All right. So we have created this all three staging queries. We will not touch this table because it's always a good practice not to touch the original data. So just click on this cancer details and right click here and you can do not duplicate it. We need to update this fact table on the basis of this table. So always click reference and name it as fact cancer. Same way for this trial, right click and you can reference it and name it as fact trial. Same way, right click on this staging monthly mapping and this will be our dimension table. So we will name it as dim, that is the short form of dimension as state. Okay. Now we need to create a dim trial as well from this table, but we will make it later because we need to clean the data first. Otherwise, we need to clean both the tables. So we'll take it from a clean table only. And right click on this all three staging queries and check this enable load. Okay, so this won't be loaded into our Power BI, but this will stay in our model. Okay, so these three staging queries has been disabled. Now we will clean the table one by one. So first we will clean the fact cancer table. So in fact cancer table, first what we will do here, go to the home tab and first we will remove some blank rows we have in this our data. But right now we don't have any blank rows, but it's better to click, because this is a cancer record ID. This is unique. This should not be blank. If this is blank, that means the data is of no use for us. So click on remove rows and remove blank rows. Okay. So now what we need, again you can click on this and remove rows and you can create remove duplicates because we do not want the duplicate cancer record ID here. So this has happened now. Now report month view is in already in date format. So we don't need to change it. You can see this is the start of the month for all the dates. Now we do not want different dates for it because it's a trial data and we need only monthly data and yearly data. So date doesn't matter to us here. So you can see the date is in date format, which is correct, and state code region. This is all in capital letters. So we need to clean this one as well. Uh, so we will just remove the state details because we already have a state column here, state table here. So what we will do here, we'll just click on the state IPS and region. We'll just right click and remove this remove column. And after this, we have state code here. You can see this is in unclean format, like CO. So it will give us a duplicate value. So it will not be a good for data modeling. So go to this, click on this column and click on transform and in format, click uppercase. So now you can see all are in uppercase and we have a unique value here. So the state column has been done here. Now the main problem starts here. We can see the population estimate has a text format, but we need this into the whole number format. So otherwise you won't be able to do calculations. You can see commas values, some text in this uh, uh, rows and same for the cases as well. You can see somewhere it is mentioned as cases and somewhere there are commas, but we do not want commas because it is not in text sensible format, correct format. You can see in the deaths also there are deaths mentioned here. So this is we can just go ahead and control plus we can replace values, but that is not a good practice because there are so many cases that require this type of scenario. Okay, so we cannot do that. So you can see now what we will do here. We'll just go to this uh, FX table here and click on this. So it will open a Power Query M code. So we will use a function called table.transform. Table. Okay. And one more important thing here, you need to make sure the correct alphabetical order, or you can say a correct uppercase and lowercase format. Otherwise, M code won't work here. So we use table.transform column and we'll open the parentheses and this will be our first step name, that is uppercase text. So this is our previous step name. So do not remove this one. And after this, give a comma and after that, open a curly bracket. Just put and remove this end bracket here, and after that, just a second, you do not need to click on tab here, otherwise it will throw us an error. So it's better to use space and use and again a curly bracket and close this one. Now give a column name as whatever our column name was. The exact name. Make sure you are giving the exact name. Population estimate. So spelling is correct here. Now after giving this, uh, you make sure you give a comma here and after comma give a space and type each space try space I in capital int dot 64 dot from. So what it will do, it will try the integer, extracting the integer number out of that our row values. Okay. So what do we want here? So we will open a bracket here and we want the value from text. We will use a function called text dot select select. Okay. So what it will select the text from the row. We want where do we want to select the text? So we will use another function that is called text dot from text dot from. Okay. So we want text dot from. We use a hyphen here because there might be some condition where hyphen may come in future in our rows. So we will use to prevent it from that, and we will use comma and open a curly bracket. In curly bracket, where from integer value we want from where to where. So we want integer value from 0. Okay, and we use two dots here because we want decimal format, and we will use 9 0 to 9, and we want integer formats. Now close this bracket and close this bracket. Two brackets will be closed, and after that you will type otherwise null. Okay, after make sure don't give space here, give comma, give space int 64 dot type. So this is our formula is now been completed here, and close this bracket. Now after that give a comment. Now we don't need not to again type whole formula here, just copy this old text and after paste it in second line. Make sure you align it so it's easy to read. Now give comma and again paste it, give comma and again paste it. Same we need to do. Now what we will do, we will change the column name here. So first was our population estimate. Second we want for our new cases. Okay, new cases. Okay. Now third column will be just a sec. Third column will be cancer deaths. Cancer slash D E T. Make sure you are writing this in correct spelling and proper upper and lower case. Otherwise, it will throw us an error. Now, fourth column will be localized cases. Diabetes. Okay, and okay, so this is for localized cases. Now, for regional cases. So, regional cases is done. And now we need to again paste this formula, give comma here, and paste it. So after regional cases, we want column as distant cases. Distant cases. Again, same way, just give comma and paste it. And we want column as unknown stage cases. Okay, unknown SPAD cases. And give comma same way. And this will be our last column here. So what its name is? We want for treatment center count. TIAT treatment center count. Okay, so now our formula has been completed, and after that, make sure you close this curly bracket and close this parenthesis. So you can see this formula has now been completed, and hit enter. So you can see it is giving us an error code int.64 dot from was not recognized because I knew it will give us a spelling error. So what we did here, we just gave a dot here between the int 64. This is not correct way, so we will just remove it from every steps. So that's the M code is a little tough here because we need an exact color, exact format here. It doesn't give us hints also. So we need to, it directly throws us an error. Now we can hit enter. So now the steps have been completed. Now you can see this is the population estimate. It is already converted into whole number and the data is cleaned here. Every comma and people and that has been removed. Same for the new cases, you can see it is converted into the whole number. Cancer death, the deaths part has been removed. Same for the localized cases, it has been done automatically converted here into the whole number. If it is not converted in your case, what you need to do, just right click and change type into whole number if it is in text still. So it will be updated. Make sure you are using this exact uh, M code here. I will give you a little bit of time to capture a screenshot here, so otherwise you won't have face some such kind of errors. So you can see, I will scroll it down a little slowly, so you can take a screenshot also if you want. But it's good to have and type by yourself, so you will understand what real scenarios are like. Okay, so this has been done. Now we will rename this step. Okay, so right click and rename. We will rename it as clean integer columns. Okay, the integer spelling is wrong here. Right click and rename it as so it's okay. So our this decimal numbers integer columns has been clean now. So what our next step will be here? Our next step will be to clean this percentage columns here. So you can see the smoking equivalent percentage. Some is showing 16.5, some is 0.175. This is giving us wrong value because when we will be coming to our Excel, it's not open here, just a second. So you can see the screening percent 17.5, 18.1. It is converted into decimal number here. So that is not the correct percentage because when we will convert this into percentage, you can see, I will go here and click on the change type. That is change type, and when we will click on percentage, you can see it is giving us inflated value like 1750, 1770. This is not a correct format for us. So what we will do here, we will create another M code up for it. Make sure you cut this applied step here, otherwise it will not work. So now we will use an M code for it. So same way that we use for clean integer column, we will use it same. So what you need to do, uh, click on this effect and we will open a M code for it. So same way we will use the table dot transform columns here. So type table, let's go table dot transform column. Okay. Uh, so this is our previous step that we use clean integer column, and after that give comma and open this curly bracket here, and in this curly bracket again open a curly bracket. Now after that you need to type. Uh, it's better to give a space because it's easier to understand the M code. So type our column name here. That is, first we want overall 5-year percentage. This is our first percentage column. So overall 5Y survival PCP. Okay. This is our first column name. So after that give a comma and we will say each. This is the function that we use, and we will use let here. We will say each let. Then we need text value. Just text value. We'll use function called text value is equal to, we'll say text dot trim. Here you can see this is the function here, text dot trim. Where do we want to text trim it from? So we'll use text dot from. So text dot from, and from where do we want? We will use an hyphen underscore here, because there might be chances of the future that data might come into the underscore format. Then after this, both closing the paragraph, and use comma here, and after that we will say use function called number value. Okay, so we'll set text value, we want to text first trim it and from, and we will say number value, then we will say number dot from text. We will say number dot from text. And where do we want number dot from text? So we'll say open in paragraph and say text dot replace, and again we will open a paragraph here and you say text dot replace. Where do we want to replace? So we want text value. Okay, so text value should be, where it should be old one, text value should be percentage. Okay, just a second, percent. So we say old value should be, old as text is percentage. So we use percentage, give comma, and what the new value we want. We just want to remove percentage. Okay, so we will use this only just only just double quotes here. So it will give us two quotes. So let it stay as two quotes only. And after this, close this paragraph and use comma here. And what do we want the local as? So we will use as en dot en slash us. So we want it in en dot us format and close this paragraph. And after that, we will use a function called in. Okay, and in we will say if, we will say give a space if text dot contain, if we will say if text dot contain, in bracket we will say text value and give comma. We will say text value, which is old text value was our percentage, right? So we will use as percentage and close the bracket. We will say if our text is percentage, then what should you give to us? Then we will use then number value. Number value that we use here, number value, we can say number value should be divided by 100. So what our number value is? Our number value is this one. So we already removed our percentage from here. So it is already cleaned here. So we are saying if our text is containing percentage, then remove this percentage and divide it by 100. So after that, we will say else if number value is greater than 1, then number value should be divided by 100. If it is greater than 1, it should be divided by 100. Otherwise, give us number value. Because if it is less than 1, then it is giving us the correct percentage, right? So else we will say give us number value and comma, and the what type should be? Type should be in percentage type. Percentage type. Okay, and we will just close this curly bracket here. So our first column formula is completed. Same way we will not write all for all the columns. We will copy paste this our main formula here. So what this is doing? It is doing taking text value. First it is trimming it, and after trimming it is giving us the text dot from. We are using hyphen here and underscore here because for the future prevention. And the number value, it is giving us number dot from text, and it is replacing our percentage into a blank format in the ENUS local language. Okay. So after that, if we are saying our text dot contains, if our text contains percentage, then divide it by 100%. If our number value is greater than 1, then divide by 100%. Because greater than 1 is means that 100, but more than 100 percentage. That's not possible. Okay. So otherwise it is less than 0, then give us the number value. So our formula, and after the number value format should be percentage sign. So what we will do here, we will just copy this formula from top to bottom, from this curly bracket to this curly bracket. Copy it. Okay. And this, after this, give comma, hit enter, give shift plus enter. Don't hit enter, otherwise it will start executing that formula, and click on control plus C. Okay. So it has given this formula to us. So make sure you are renaming this column here. So we want, for which column do we want here? So we want for screening percentage rate, right? We will take, yes, screening percentage. SCRW. Screening rate. Right. So this is for our this column, and last column is our smoking prevalence percentage, right? So we want it for that also. So what you will do, just copy. We have already copied it. So after this paragraph, give a comma, shift plus enter, and again paste it. So this is the column name. We will rename it as smoking prevalence percentage. Smoking underscore prevalence PCP. Okay, so this formula has been completed now, and our percentage type, and after this percentage type, we need to again close the curly bracket, which will close this one open where that we opened from, and after that close this parenthesis, which is this one. You need to open it. Okay, so all right, we will just close this one for a second. So now we can see this is closing this one, and it has thrown us an error here. You can see. So what went wrong here? You can see the function we use text.trim, so it is using 2 times text as we have typed it, and took it from suggestions. So need to remove it from here. Same for the number value here. So go ahead and click on this one as well, and we need to recheck again our formula. What went wrong here? So you can see everything is right here, and we see, yes, we can see the text value here. So you need to give value as capital letter, because no, small things are there which will make this formula, it won't work here. So after that we can see the text content. See this quotes are after the bracket, so this will throw us an error. So we will correct this as well. Then we will say number value. Sorry, V is again small here in this one, so we'll use a capital V here. Same for this one as well. After that, we can see number value is greater than 1, and after it is giving us correct value here. Okay. So this is the thing that small things that matters here. So what we will do, we will copy the formula from each leg. Just copy this, and we will paste it here. I will just remove all our formula only, and we will paste it, and we will remove the column name from here. Okay. And same after that, we will give a comma and paste again. So the column name for our last column should be another name, that is smoking prevalence percentage. Okay. That's smoking prevalence. All right. So this is the M code that is completed almost here. So what we will do here, and click again close this curly parentheses and close this parentheses. And I hope this will work now. And hit enter. We can see the token. And then again it's showing. So again we used to forgot to open the curly bracket from here. And I hope this will work now and hit enter. Uh, Again it is showing the text dot content wasn't recognized. So I guess again we have missed here. Here see. So we need to make sure this formatting is correct for every uh, formula that we use because it is an case specific scenario and now hit enter. So our formula is finally worked now and you can see it has been converted into the perfect percentage format. Same for overall survival percentage, screening rate percentage, and smoking prevalence percentage. We can cross check it with our Excel. It's always good to cross check. So you can see smoking. We'll check for our one column here. Smoking band we have 16.90%, 17.30%. You can see yeah 16.9, 17.30. See it is giving us the correct percentage format for it. If you will see 16.3, 16.8, you can go ahead and see here. Yes, 16.30, 16.80. So it has provided the correct result here now. So we'll rename this column. Okay. So we'll rename this as clean percentage column. So why we are renaming it because it's good for future purpose. If someone else is viewing our report or editing anything, so they should be more careful with this. And we will remove this source node column from here. This is nothing, just our data source that we have created. So we'll remove it. So we need to drop a unnecessary column from it. So now all the types has been cleared here. Now what we will do, we will create some bands here for the smoking prevalence band. Okay, high, low, middle, like in our uh, PowerPoint presentation, it was asked by the client. So what we will do, go ahead, add column and click on the conditional column here. Okay, so in conditional column, what we will say, if smoking percentage is less than 0.15%, then we will say it as low. So what we will rename it first. So rename it as smoking, okay, smoking band. Okay, so column name will take smoking prevalence percentage. Okay, and we say if less than, if it is less than 0.15, then output give us low. Okay, and we'll say again add a cloud. Else if smoking percentage is less than what second value we want here, if it is less than 0.20, okay, and equal to 20, then we will say medium. Or we have last here we have else. So what else, if it is exceeding more than 0.20, then we will say high. Okay, and click on ok. So now you can see it has created us the conditional column where the value is 10, it is giving us the medium, and where the value is less than 2 or less than 10, it is giving us low. Okay, so it is good. And you need to change its type to text. We will change it later by creating one more screening rate. We need a screening rate band as well. So what we will do, again go ahead and click on conditional column and name it as screening percent rate band. Yeah, screening rate band. We click on this column and we need uh, screening rate percentage. If it is less than, we will say if it is less than 0.18. So these are the values that is provided by this is from business standard values. Okay. So it is not necessary that you need to take a 0.18 only. Every business requirement is different here. The output should be low. We say if screening rate percent is less than 0.22, then we will say medium. Otherwise, we will say false. Okay, so this is created. Now we will click on OK. So now you can see both has been created. And what we will do, click on this and click on this. and both change type to text. So now our fact cancer table has been created. There was lot of cleaning in this. So this is the reality of the data analysis project you will go through. So more of a cleaning, less are charts. So we'll move on to our fact trial cases table here. So we will just need to clean this table as well. As you can see, there are so many unclean values here. So what I need to do is just click on this trial snapshot ID and go to the remove rows and remove blank rows. Same ways, go to the remove rows and remove duplicate. So now the duplicate values and the blank values has been removed from our table. And what we need to do here, first we'll go to our trial ID. As you can see, there are so many. First, our snapshot month is already in clean format. You can see the dates are in proper date format. So we need not to do anything about this column. We'll move on to our trial ID column. So you can see this is trial ID is in short form. So this and some there are some hyphens between and there are no hyphens in this one. So it will give us the duplicate values if we and it won't be connected to our dimension table as well. So this is very unclean format to have. So what we will do here, we will just go click on this column, transform and format. First we will trim it. So it will remove some extra spaces from it if there is any, because the spaces we cannot see that it has. So what we will do, and we will click on uppercase. Okay, after uppercase, we can know we will just replace it. So what we will do here, go to this and we will say right click on this and we say use replace value. So what value we have to find? We have to find SYNCT and hyphen. Wherever there is hyphen, it will replace it with SYNCT only. So the hyphen will be removed here. So we'll click on OK. So you can see now the hyphen is removed and we got only all the unique values here. See, everything is clean now in this format. So our this column is clean. Now let's move on to our second and the format should be text. Okay. Trial title. As you can see, this is multi-center study of AI-assisted CT screening early stage non-small cell lung cancer. That is the full form of it. So same title is it in capital letters. So it will count as two unique titles, but there is only one. So what we need to do here, we will just click on this column and format and use capitalize each word. It will give us a standard format for all. Now you can see it has given us the correct format for it and all the unique values it has given. No duplicate values has been found. So this column has been completed now. So for the state, again, we will remove this column because we already have a state here. So we will remove this column. First, we will go to the state code and we will format it as uppercase. So it will give us the 25 distinct value and we will remove the state region details from here and we right click and remove column. Okay. So this space, as you can see, this space column is in text format, but it has different types of, details. So many unclean format is here. So come to this part and we will move. Actually, we do not have any need of this column right now, but in future we will need it. So we will just keep it this and we will clean it later. So for the recruitment status now, so what we will do, we just need to format, remit. So it will remove empty spaces and we will use format as capitalize each word. Now you can see it as capitalized word, but still there are you can see active not recruiting. Active not recruiting has different formats. Three types of active not recruiting are there. It is actually one value, but it will Power BI will give us as a three unique values. So this is not correct. Same for the not yet recruiting. You can see there are underscore years. Same NYR. It means not yet recruiting only. Same. So now we'll go to our traditional method for replacing values only here. So what we will do, first we will replace values what we need to find here. First, just right click on this cell and copy. So exact spelling will be copied here. Okay, so go to the replace value, and where what values to find is open slash recruiting. So we just need to keep it as recruiting only. So keep as recruiting only, and make sure there is no extra space. And we'll say match entire cell contents and click on OK. So open recruiting has now been gone, and only we are left with recruiting. So same ways, now we'll go to the not yet recruiting part. Okay. So we just want a proper format of this not yet recruiting. So what we will do, this one, we'll find it here. Okay. So we'll find it here. Yes. So we'll copy this not yet recruiting from here. Right click this, replace value. And say not yet recruiting to, we'll just remove hyphen from here. Okay. And match entire cell content. So now you can see the hyphen one not yet recruiting has been gone. You can see the only not yet recruiting is remaining. Now we need to remove this NYR as well. So we'll just right click and replace value and NYR, and what do you want to replace it with? Not yet recruiting. So make sure the spelling is correct and the spacing is also correct. Give only one space in between this, and click on, we'll just advanced option and click on match entire cell contents. Click on OK. And you can see now we have unique recruiting part and not recruiting part. Now we have a complete and completed. So we only want one because both mean same only. So we want only completed for it. So we will just copy this, replace value. What values to find? You want to find complete and replace it with completed. Make sure you check this match entire cell content, otherwise it will be giving us bad results, and it will replace complete with completed, and the spelling mistakes will be all over the column here. Okay, so hit enter. So you can see now only one completed is remaining. Now we need only active not recruiting part. So you can see there are three types of active not recruiting, but we only want for one. So we will do the same thing for it. Uh, so just copy this active not recruiting, replace values, click on this active not recruiting, and make sure you remove this hyphen and only one space between all the letters. So click on OK. We'll just match the entire cell contents and click on OK. Okay, and you can see now only two are remaining. So we want to remove this comma as well. So we'll just replace value, instead of hyphen we will give a comma and what we want here. Okay, so match entire column and click on enter. Now you can see, okay, so we have this slash one also remaining. So actually we replace value, give underscore between this, and what do we want in return? We want active not recruiting. Okay, and match entire cell content and click on OK. So you can see now four distinct value has been computed and our this column has been cleaned. So now it's been done. Now let's go for our sponsor name. So this is only the thing that we need to do. Again, go to the format and capitalize each word. So it will give us all the unique values. Okay, and click on load mode, and you can see all the values are in correct format, and nothing is duplicated here. Same for the sponsor type. You can see the government network in slash format, and you see government network, government network, government network. This will give us a three different values. So what we'll do, just go to the format and capitalize each one, and it will give us a correct only three unique values. So this is correct. Same for the intervention type. Go to the format, capitalize each word. What we will do, select multiple columns at once only. So select intervention type. Okay. Lung cancer subtype. After that, we need to study design. We have study design here. Yes. We will have a study design. Click on this. Okay. And sex eligibility and format. Capitalize each word. So all has been capitalized here. Okay. So this has been done, and now you can see minimum age here. So first we'll clean this all next column. You can see now this all has been cleaned, but you can see this target enrollment is still in text format. Okay, ABC. Like we have values here in number format. You can see there are participants reported here. So we need to replace these participants. Okay. So what we need to do here, just make sure the spelling is correct. So copy here. Click on this. Uh, replace value. We'll replace value as participant, and we want replace nothing. And click on OK. And as you can see, the participants has been removed, and the type will just change its type to whole number. Okay. So now it has been converted. Same we will do for the state enrollment target. There is something, yeah. So you can see the participants here as well. You can select both columns and replace it. In my case, I forgot about that. So replace values, replace participant, and with nothing. And click on OK. So now this has been cleaned. Right click, change its type to whole number. Now in active site count, we have sites here. So we need to replace these sites also. So replace values, site, site to nothing. Everything is clear here. 1, 2, 3. And what we will do here, we will trim also it. Go to the transform, format, and trim. So now you can see it is giving us a unique 1, 2, 3 value. Okay. So right click, change its type to whole number. Now study design is correct. Tax eligibility is correct. Now we have minimum age years here. So we need to remove this years from it. Otherwise, it will not give us the age value here. So what we will do, we have a good technique here. So what you need to do here, you just no need to replace years with years and blank. We will split this column by delimiter. Okay. So what I will do, go to the transform here and we will say split column by delimiter. Okay. And we will say space and quote character will be none. Okay. And make sure each occurrence of the delimiter is ticked and click on OK. So now you can see the minimum age years are 18 here and the years are already splitted here. So just right click on this years part and remove it. So our this table has been cleaned now, totally cleaned and is ready for our dashboard here. So what we will do, we need to extract dimension table also from it. So what we will do, we will also name this as staging fact trial clean. Okay, will I will tell you why did I did here, because STG fact trial. Okay, hit enter and replace it. Enable disable its load. Continue. And after disabling, right click and click on reference. In reference, name it as fact trial. Okay. And same way, right click on this and click reference. We'll rename it as dim trial. Our trial spelling is wrong here. Just a second. Yeah, uh, Why I did this because when we will reference it from fact table, so what it will do if we remove any columns from the fact table now, so it will remove it from the dimension table also because it is referencing it. So that's why we disabled its load and all the details that is uploaded in the trial, it will come to the fact trial and after the fact trial, it will come to this board tables. So we'll remove unnecessary column from the fact trial here. Okay. So what we need to remove here is first we'll remove this trial snapshot ID. We do not need this. Uh, we'll just keep the columns and remove the rest. So keep the snapshot month, keep the trial ID. Okay, and after that keep the state code and recruitment status, and we have enrollment target here. So I will just go to the right here and click on state enrollment target, and we need active site count. So that these columns will be need, and all the rest column will go into the dimension table. And we'll say remove other columns. Okay, so it has been removed. Other columns have been removed, and we will go to the dim trial. In same way, we will just click on snapshot month. Trial ID will be remaining. So we'll click on the snapshot month, and state code should not be there because we will not connect dim trial with the dim state. So remove state code and we remove recruitment status, and after that need to remove enrollment target here. So that's enrollment target, state enrollment target, and active site count. Right click and we'll say remove columns. So now our dim trial is ready, fact trial is ready, dim state is ready, and fact cancel is ready. Make sure you check all the data types are correct. Text for text, whole number for whole number, and dates for date formats. Okay. So now our Power Query steps is done, and we will just hit a click and close and apply. So the hectic part has been done now, and it will take a little bit time to load. Now we'll come to the interesting part, building the visuals and the so our own Power Query steps has been completed now, and as you can see, we have dim state, dim trial, fact cancel, and fact trial, all four tables here. And when we will go into the modeling view, we will see the tables as well here. So first, what we will do, we will create a separate date table because we can see the report month now. We will see only one start of the month of each date. We will not get a proper date. If we will use this date format in our line chart, it will give us a very spiked value and it is not good for visualization. So it's better to create a date table always. So I have already provided you one video link in the description that how to create that date table in AI, and I will show you as in this video as well. So we will create a date table with the help of ChatGPT here. So we will go to the ChatGPT and we can write the DAX manually as well, but it's when we have AI, why to just write manually DAX into this the date table? We will just paste. I will provide the prompt you into the description, or you can just write it with a small prompt only. We will say that create a DAX date table, name in dim date in Power BI. Use the minimum and maximum dates from our fact tables, that is fact cancer report month and fact trial snapshot month. Include these columns like date, year, month number, month name, month year, year month sort, and quarter. Written only complete DAX formula. So we'll just give it. So it will take some time and it will give us a ready to paste DAX here. So it's always because as I am experienced and I already know how to create a date table. So that's why I am writing this taking the help of AI. But it's always good to, like practice yourself writing the date table. So, and always, need to cross verify these tables as well, this DAX formula as well. So as you can see now, it has given us the formula. So we'll just copy it and go back to our Power BI and go to this table, create a new table, and in new table paste this DAX. Now we will see that it has given the minimum date and first to this table. You can see the red line here. So the report month is not found here. So what we will do? So it is reported as report month raw in our section. So we'll take a report month raw and same for our fact table as well. So take as report month raw. Okay. Make sure to you correct this one. So what it has done, it has taken as variable as a minimum date. So this will be our minimum date of date table. That is select columns and it has that is fact cancer table name and it has given as date value for the table that column name and the minimum date it has taken as from the report month row and from the trial table as well. So and also same way it has taken as max date. So max date is here and after that it has written as a column like year, month and month name and when we execute this table, so as you can see the date table is ready here. You can see the proper date, year, month number, month name, month year, quarter and quarter also, month years also. What you need to do, go to this month year and always click on the sort by column and sort by month year sort. So this will give us a proper alphabetically order of the month. I will not alphabetically, but it's chronologically. You can say January, February, March. If we will not sort it, it will give us a jumbled value. So that we don't require. So for month name, click on sort by and sort by month number. So this is how this date table is done. And after creating date table, click on this dim date in this panel and make sure you mark it as a date table. Okay. And in choose column, select date and save it. So go to this modeling view and we will create our data model here. So just zoom it out a little bit. Now as you can see there are 5 tables in our model. So what we will do, we will bring out our two fact trial tables here and we will connect it with our dimension table. So our dim, it has already created some relationship. We can check it has created a state code relationship automatically with both the tables. You can see, yeah. So just right click on this and click on properties. You always need to check fact cancel should be many and dim should be one. So it is a many to one relationship. Dims, our dimension table should have unique values and the cross filter direction should be single. So it is a perfect relationship that we were looking for and same for this like many from the fact table and one from the dimension table. So our first relationship has been created. Now we will create a dimension table relationship as well. So go ahead and take this dimension table, click on this and drop it to the snapshot month. So automatically it will say uh, dimension table to I will just show you from here. Click on this snapshot month, okay, and hold it and bring it to the date. Now it is saying many to one, many from the fact table and one from the dimension table and cross filter directions in the single and save it. So a relationship has been created and same way we need to create our report month as well. So click on this report month and drop it to the date and you can check many to one and single and save it. So this has been created. I will just rearrange it to be more clear. Okay. So now it is more clear. You can check. Now we have a dim trial table remaining. So what we need to do, we need to connect this table with our fact trial table. So we will bring it here. Okay. So what we need to connect here is we need to connect trial ID to trial ID. Okay. So you can check this, put drag and drop to this trial ID and you can see this is not many to many relationship. We need to create a many to one. Okay, so dim trial contains duplicate value. Okay, so we have a duplicate value in our dim trial. So what we need to do, we need to again go to the Power Query. We click on this transform data and go to our dim trial. In dim trial, just click on this trial ID, right? Click on this trial ID and you check. Click on this remove rows and remove duplicate rows. Okay, so it will give us all the unique values into our trial ID and click on close and apply. So it will take a little time. Now you can just drag this fact trial ID to dim trial, and as you can see now it is not throwing us an error because duplicate values cannot be connected and it will give us an incorrect result, and that's not a good modeling habit. So click on save. So now another relationship has been created. So this is our schema here. This is not a star schema actually. This we have created is a galaxy schema, we can say, because a common dimension table, two fact tables are not connected together. They are connected through a common dimension. That is a state table and date table. So our model has been completed, and now we can go ahead and move to create our visualization. So for that, first we'll select our page layout. That that is, you need to click on this format your report page. Go to the canvas background, go to canvas setting, and type select a custom. In custom, select width as 2000 and height as 1000. We will have a wider look here. So because we and vertical alignment should be middle. Okay. So this is our canvas layout has been selected. You can see. Now we will give our canvas a background. So for background, click on this canvas background and go to this color and use this exact color code. If you want to use different color codes, you can go ahead and use the color code. For this, we will use as EAF2 F8 and hit enter. Okay, and after that, you click this, drag this transparency as 0. So now you can see we have a light blue color of background here. So this is good enough. Now what we will do first, we will create a whole layout with shapes and all. Then after we will start creating our charts and DAX function. So that would be very easy for us. So we need to go to the insert and click on shape and insert a rounded rectangle shape. Okay. So in rounded rectangle shape, go to this format shape and in style, select color as white and turn off the border and click on the shadow. Okay. So in shadow, the transparency should be 77% and position should be bottom right. This is our main uh, style. And in go to the general and in properties. Okay. In properties, go to the height and select as height as 870 and width as 49. Okay. So this is selected. Now go to our properties and go to the position. So in position, we will select horizontal as 19 and vertical as 118. Okay, so this is now positioned here. So this is what we wanted. So now again click on this and just Control plus C and Control plus V. So we do not have to again format the colors and the style. So now just go ahead and click on this property and select its height. First we will create a oval chart also here. So we'll convert, let it be here. So go to the insert and insert ovals. Into the oval, your height should be 89 and width should be 89. So this oval has been created and go to the style, same, choose color as white, turn off the border, turn on the shadow, transparency should be 77% and that's it. And you just click on control plus C and control plus V. So two has been created. Okay. So our first shape position will be go to the property, click on position, and position should be horizontal. It should be 3, and for vertical it should be 372. Okay. Same way, just drag this a little bit down from this one and position it here. Okay. This will be our navigation page that we will use. After that, we will design our KPI card. Okay. So click on this one shape that we copied and go to the general, go to the properties and select height. First what we will do, we will just go to the shape here and in the corner radius, select as 15. Okay. After that, change its height to 252 and width to 292. So this is our KPI card here, and what will be its position? So its position should be high, horizontally it should be 116, 116, and vertical it should be 174. Okay, so this our KPI card has been created. Now what we will do, we will create a another design for here. So we will just click on this, right click, Control plus C, Control plus V, and change its property to, first we will change it to rounded corner radius should be 52%. And after that, change its height and width. So height should be 99 and width should be 284. And we will give it as a color. Go to the style and in color, give it as a F3 B4 DC. We'll give it as a pink color. Okay. And now we will position it. So in position, we will keep it as horizontal position should be 120 and vertical should be 164. Okay. And after that, go to the format and click on the send backward and send to back. So as you can see, a design has been created for our KPI. So what we will do now, we will just drag our mouse and select this both shape and Control plus C and use Control plus V and bring it down here. Okay. Same way again Control plus V and bring it down here. So what we will do, just rearrange it a little bit. Uh, we'll just rearrange it like this. Make sure they are vertically aligned. Okay. And with this, this should be our last uh, position of our KPI. We should not go below this. Uh, make sure they are equally. Now what we will do, we will just select this both and go to the format and group it. So it will be one shape now, and same for this one. Go to the format and group, and same for this one. Now select all the three, go to the format, and in align, you can say align, we will click on distribute vertically. So now it has equal distance between all three, and we can see, and also we'll, you know, align it, align center. Now it has been in one straight line. So our KPI card background is created. Now what we will create, we will just click on this shape, white shape, Control plus C, Control plus V. Make sure you double click on this one, otherwise this both shape will be selected. So now go to the shape, click on general, and we will create it height. So what will be its height? Its height should be 99. Okay. And width should be 804. Okay. I think height is a little bit low here. So, so our height would be, height we will select at 736. Okay. And for width, it will be 816. And after that, go to the shape style, and in the corner radius, select as 6. So it is now done. And in position, will be position at horizontal should be 421, and in vertical it should be 240. Okay, so it is done now. So same ways like we have created a design over here, so we will create a design for this as well. So what you need to do, Control plus C, Control plus V here, and just resize it a little bit like this. Go to the shape and click on increase its corner radius. and give it as a color. That should be, uh, color should be, first we'll go to the effect, shape, style, color. Use color code as 414FB1. Okay, and after that, in its rounded percent should be 48. 48. Okay, so this is done now, and we will position it. So what we will do first, go to the general properties, and we will resize its height. Height also, we will resize height as 99 and width as 804. Okay, now we will give it as position. So position will be 434 horizontally, and vertically it should be 230. So now go to the format and send backward. No, click on send to back. So as you can see, it has gone back, and just click on this one, this shape, and just left align it. So the shape background is created. And same way, select all the both shapes, Control plus C and Control plus V. Go to this left section, and just resize it. Same way, resize this as well. So select both, move it little bit, align it with our shape. Okay. So as now, just a little bit of resize from here. Same way for this as well. So now our background is created, and what we need to do, we just need to click on this shape and Control plus C and Control plus V, and add it here, and increase this little bit size more than that, and place it here. It will decrease its size little bit. Okay. And now go to the Insert tab and click on text box. In text box, give heading as lung cancer analysis. Okay, and Control plus A and select design at CGUI semi bold. And for the text size, it should be 24, and the color should be, take this one color as color code should be 09124F. So click on this, and after that, okay, just we need to select all the text and then color it. Okay, I think it's not colored yet. And go to the color format and select this one. Now select this text box, general properties, go to the effects and turn off the background. Okay, if there is border also, then you can turn off that also. So now it is not visible. So we'll just resize it, and click on this text board and place it here. So our dashboard layout has been created. Now we will move on to our tax functions and the KPI and the charts that we will use. Okay, so let's move on to it. So now we will just create our first measure, but before that we will just change our color for this one. So for this one shape, we will give it color as go to the style, go to the color. If you're using default theme now, so you will use color as this one light blue, that is A0D1 double F. Okay, so give it as a light color, and same for this one shape. Go to the style, choose color, and you can use this light purple color here. I can say C7B8E7. Okay, so these three KPIs have different colors, and now we will create our first measure. But before creating first measure, we will go here and rearrange our measures, because it's better, to have a clear readability because if we will create our measures in the fact tables only, then it is very difficult to locate for other associates as well who will be accessing our dashboard. Okay, so create a new table and we will rename it as first page measure. Okay, equal to, and hit enter. So now a table has been created and we will use all our first page measures into this table. Okay. So before creating, just click on this column and go to this data modeling, and in data modeling, uh, click on this column and click on this properties and enter a display folder. So for display folder, you will enter as KPI. So we will create all KPI measure into this folder. So that is a good practice to rearrange your measures always. So it is easy to relocate. For now we will right click on this and we will create a new measure. So what our first problem statement was, that what are the new cancer cases that has been occurred. So we will create a new cancer cases. So for new cancer cases, we already have a new cancer cases column. So we'll use a sum, and after sum we will use that case. So new cases. You can see the fact cancer new cases and close this parenthesis and hit enter. So this was some basic formula that everyone knows about it. So go to this KPI card, select this card, and after selecting, click on this new cancer cases. Now you can see it is 528K cancer cases. So it is giving us the exact result, and go to this format. Now we need to format this one. So go to this format your visual, and in callout value, first turn off this, go to this label, and position should be top. So we need top position. Now before doing that, go to the cards and turn off the border, divider, background. Okay, after that, go to the general, go to effects and turn off the background. Okay, so it has been done now. Now go to the visual, and again we need to check what has been remaining. So we'll go to the card and everything is turned off. Go to the callout value, and in value you will say the value is 24% only. Let's do. Uh, so before going on to the value, just click on this multi-card layout and turn off this background. Okay, and after turning off this background, uh, place our card here at the top. Okay, so and go to the format visual and call out value. In label, select our color as black. Okay, and for the value, we will just reduce its size to 22, or you can say 20. That is better, and resize our card. So as you can see now, new cancer, just resize it. The new cancer cases are 528. So what we will do, we need to calculate another KPIs as well. So before going to that, we will just insert a trend chart also here. So that will show new the cancer cases for the every month here. Okay. So for that, go to this, click on this area chart. Okay. In area chart, first drag our dim date, that is date, into the x-axis, and new cancer case into y-axis. Okay, as you can see now it has been created, and what we will do, uh, go to this tab, and first I think it's taking a, okay, date, it will be taking date, and we'll do same formatting as we will turn off its background, and also go to this general tab, effects, turn off the background. Okay, before turning off the background, and after that turn off the title as well. We do not need title, and in go to x-axis, turn off the value, no, yes, turn off the value, click on the title, turn off the title. For y-axis, do the same, turn off the values and turn off the title. So now this area chart has been created. As you can see, now cancer cases in the first 11th month and month wise. We will select a slicer also for that, but you can see for the date wise it is showing the cancer trend, new cancer cases trend. So just resize it. Okay, and paste it here. And after that, we will just select its color similar to our shape. Go to our shape. Then after that, go to this line. So for line style, we will select as solid only, and for interpolation type, we will select as smooth. So it will be a smooth line, and the color should be the light color that we were taking, that F3 B4 BC. Okay, so this color has been selected, and we'll just insert it. Go to the slicer, click on the slicer, and in the slicer we will add ear slicer. Okay, and in ear slicer we will go to this format visual, click on the slicer setting, and click on the drop down and resize it. Okay, now if you will click on 2025, it will give us only the trend of the 2025 cases. So just keep it here, and just turn off its background, and go to this values section and click on this background and turn it to white. Now it is visible to us. So our new cancer cases and its trend has been created. And if you want month, but it is monthly only, so let it be. So for this now, first KPI has been created. We will create a second KPI, that is mortality rate per 10,000 cases. So what we will say, mortality rate. I have provided you PPT in the description. So you need to see the death normalized per 1 lakh population. So state can be compared fairly. Okay. So how many deaths has occurred per 1 lakh population? That we need to calculate here. Okay. So for that, we will go ahead and create a new measure. Right click on this and create a new measure. I will just do it out here. So in that we will rename it as mortality rate per 100K. Okay. Now we will use a formula called average X here. So we need average because death per 1,000 population, we need average of that. That's why we are using average X. So it is asking for a table. So for table we will use a unique function that I used to talk about, that is values function. It will give us the unique values of the dates that we want. So we want date, month and year. Okay. So we want unique dates, month and year from this table. And we will close this parenthesis. And after this is the table has been created because it is giving us row by row expression. Okay. So give a comma, and now it is asking us for an expression. So what we will do, we will create a variable here. So we want variable monthly deaths. So we will calculate monthly deaths in this variable. So what we will use, we will use the calculate function here, and inside calculate we will use sum cancer deaths. Okay. So it will sum out all the cancer deaths, and it will convert this into a filter context. Why we use calculate here, I will explain it to you, because if you will not use calculate now, so what it will do, it will sum all the cancer deaths, and it will give only into the one row. Like for January 2026, it will give us all the deaths, and for February 2026, it will give us all the deaths. But we want month wise. That's why we use calculate function here. Okay. So just take out this one and hit enter here. So our monthly death has been created. Same way we will create another variable, that is monthly population. Monthly monthly population. Same way we will use calculate here, and we will use sum. I will just we will use sum, and inside sum we will have a population estimate column inside our fact table, fact cancer. So make sure you use this one and close this column. Uh, Close this calculate column. Okay. So our both variables has been created. Just place it here for an easy understanding. Now, what do we want to return here? So we will ask as a return statement. Whenever we are using variable, you need to ensure that we are using return. Otherwise, it DAX would know what we are wanting to return here. So in return, use divide function. Now divide. Okay, what do we want to divide? Want to divide monthly debt. Okay, there is a monthly debt. Monthly. So we want to divide monthly debt by monthly population. Monthly population. Okay, and close this parenthesis, and after that we will multiply it by 1 lakh. Okay, so and we'll close this bracket here. So and hit enter. So our full measure has been created and it will give us the mortality rate per 100k. Okay, so now click on this new cancer cases KPI, control plus C and control plus V. So you have an exact format for this one as well. And click on this mortality rate and uncheck this one. So you can see the mortality rate is 1.3 per 1000 K population. That is a very low mortality rate because cancer is very deadly situation to be in. So when we'll also use a month filter here. So control plus C, control plus V. So we'll get a monthly mortality rate as well. Okay. So instead of year, select month name. So for you can see uh, for the month of March it is 1.98. For the June it is 1.89. And if you will deselect the year, the overall mortality rate is 2.07% per 10,000 K population. That is a very low mortality rate. Okay. So that is a correct answer that we have been giving here. Now what we will do, we will just create a trend chart for this as well. So just control plus C and control plus V this one chart and place it here. You can also resize it a little bit and click on it. Same way you can resize this one as well. Okay. So now in this instead of new cancer cases, deselect this one and add as a mortality rate. Okay, so it is giving us the full trend of the mortality rate as per our monthly data. And what we will do here, we will format its color same to our shape. So go to this lines, and in lines go to the color and select color with 0 A0 D1 double F. So light color has been created. So this both charts have now been created and the KPI has now been created. Just resize it as per your feasibility. You can resize it. So now we have another KPI that is last stage diagnosis. Okay. So for that, just control plus C, control plus V, this go to this. We'll create another KPI that is called last stage diagnosis. It means that how much percentage of the cancer that has been diagnosed in the last stage. Okay, so this is an important KPI for our client as well and for our reporting criteria. So click on this new measure and name it as last stage diagnosis percent and equal to. So what we will do here, we'll use our divide formula because we want percentage here. So we will divide. In divide, what we will say you can use some measure. Just sum the fact regional cases. Okay, so regional cases will say sum all the regional cases. Okay, and plus we will say use sum all distant cases. Okay, so we are saying divide, but what our numerator is sum all the regional cases plus sum all the distant cases, and we want to divide it by some new cases. Okay, and we will close it and hit enter. So now I will tell you what we did here. What we did, we'll sum all the regional cases and distant cases. Regional cases and distant cases means I will explain it to via PPT. You can see where is that. So you can see this regional stage and distant stage. It means that cancer has spread to the nearby lymph nodes, and the distant stage means cancer has spread to the distant body parts. So this is the late stage diagnosis. Okay, and this is our numerator. And what we are dividing it? We are dividing it by the all the cancer cases that has been created. So it will show us the all the late stage diagnosis cases. And hit enter. Now same for this, go to the mortality rate KPI and uncheck this one and hit enter for this one. So you can see the late stage diagnosis is 70%. You first what you will do, will format it to percentage. And you can see the late stage diagnosis 69.97%. That is very high count that all cancer has diagnosis. 70% of the cancer has been diagnosed as late. So that's why more of the deaths are happening in this disease. Now, and for every year, it is constant only. Okay. So now we'll just create same way, but we in just click on this chart and Control plus C, Control plus V, and in this chart, check this mortality rate and click on this late stage diagnosis. Now see, you can see it is dropping. Like first it was 70.37, now it is dropping very slowly. So it is good for us because it should cancer should be always diagnosed early only for the better treatment. So click on this lines, and the color should be this light purple that we use, C7, B8, E7. Okay. So our all three KPIs has been created. Now I will explain you how to create month on month for growth, because we our next problem statement, if you will see. So go to this measure, and it has told us that track movements over time, that use monthly data with MoM and YoY indicators. So we will create this. Okay. So so we will create the MoM now. So we need month on month growth. So for that, what we will do, just click on this first field measure and click on this new measure. And for month on month, first we have already have monthly data here. So we need the data of previous month, right? So for previous month, we will use a measure. So we'll use cancer cases PM, that is previous month. So for that, we'll use a function called calculate here. We'll say calculate new cases, that we reuse this measure that we created for this, that new cancer cases. We'll say calculate new cancer cases, where use this function called date add. So what it will do, it is asking for us for the dates. So for date, provide is as a dim date date. Okay, click on this and give comma, and it is asking for the number of intervals. So for number of intervals, we will give -1, and for the interval, give it as a month, because we want MO month on month. For year, I will explain to the next measure. So for month, and click on this, close this parenthesis and close this calculate parenthesis. Now what we are saying? We are saying calculate new cancer cases, where the filter is, you know, minus first minus 1 month. So it will calculate the all the new cancer cases for the previous month. So hit enter. So now I will show you if it is correct or not. Just click on this KPI chart and Control plus C, Control plus V, and uncheck this one new cancer cases and check this cancer cases previous month. Okay. So now how we will rectify if it is correct or not. Click on this month of May or any month. So for you can see, for the month of May, it is 15% and it is showing as 14K. So when we will click on April now, so it is showing April as 14K. So it means that our measure was correct. And now the previous month is showing 15K. It means it is showing the value of March. So when we will click on March, you can see now again it is 15K. So first of all, this is a rounded format number. That's why you are seeing that 15K, 14K. Otherwise, if you want the value in none, so it will be a very, first what we will do is just uncheck this one data. So yeah, now it will be very easy to understand. So for the May, now you can see it is changing. So yeah, it's correct for now. So we'll uncheck this one. So our previous month measure is correct. So now what we'll do, we need to calculate month on month. So right click on this and click on this new measure. We'll say cancer cases MoM percentage. So we want to divide. We will use divide function. We will say divide new cases, where new cases minus previous month cases. Right, cancer cases previous month. Okay, and give comma. What our denominator here will be? Denominator will be cancer cases previous month. Okay, so we are subtracting new cancer cases by previous month cancer case, and it will and dividing it by previous month cancer case. This is the standard MoM formula that has been used. So close this parenthesis and hit enter. So it will give us the percentage value of it. So just resize it, and I will click on this also. So now click on this May month. So you can see May, the cancer case is 50K, 15K, but for April month it was 14K. That means our cancer cases MoM is 0.02%. That is been increased from the previous month. So it is giving us the correct value. Okay. So now we want the dynamic, percentage formatting and arrow also, that if it is increasing or decreasing. So what we will do for that, we will create a new measure. We will show variance to it, that is in standard format to create this is not a correct way to provide an MoM to the management. So what we will say, we will name it as a cancer cases variable. So for that, we will use a variable called MoM. So for this, we will use cancer cases MoM. Okay, that's the measure that we created now. And after that, we will use return, and in return we will use switch function. We will not use if, because we need to use multiple if for that. So that's why I use a switch function here. It will give us a multiple if expression. So for switch, we will say if it is true, yeah, then comma, I will say if if it's true, then return us our MoM. So we will say if blank. We will use if blank function. We will say if our MoM is blank, then give us blank. Okay, then hit comma. Now it is asking us for value 2. So we will say now if our MoM is greater than 0, then what you need to do? So you return us the value that we will write now. So we will write unichar. Okay, first we need to give a comma here. Otherwise, so give us value unichar. And this is nothing but this is a special character number that we are using an upward triangle for this. So make sure you are using the same number that I am using 9650. So this will give us an upward triangle. So close this bracket, and after the upward triangle, what do we want? We want a space. So we use and up quotes, give a space and close this quote. And again use and. So now after the triangle it will give us a space, and after that what we want? We want a format. So what do we want to format here? We want to format our MoM in which format? We want in 0.00 percentage and close this bracket. Okay. Okay. So close this quote and close this bracket. So if our MoM is greater than 0, then it will give us the upward triangle and the MoM percentage into this format. Okay. Now after that, click comma, and we will say next condition, if our MoM is less than 0, then copy this all and paste it here. Then give us unichar. We will edit this number as 9 uh, 9660. Okay, so it will give us a downward triangle and format our MoM into this format. Okay, so if either of this situation is not matching, then what you need to do, we will use a function called unichar 8212. That is a simple hyphen that we will use and close it. And after that, what the format should be 0.00% and close this parenthesis and hit enter. So now our measure has been created. And now I will show you how it does it look like. So click on this. First uncheck this all. I will just show you only. So you can see now. Uh, it is showing us that in the month of May, new cancer cases was 15K, and in the first what I will do here, click on this our KPI. Where is that? New cancer cases, and we'll say first we'll click on this KPI, so you will understand it better. The call out value for the new cancer cases, select value as none. Okay, so this also uh, call out value for the cancer cases previous month and display unit as none. Okay, so now as you can see in the month of May, cancer cases are 14713, and in the previous month, that is April, that was 14447. That means in the month of May, cancer cases have increased by 1.84%. So this is an important month-on-month growth that we have already calculated. So this is the thing that I want to show you. Now you can just go to the hit and click on this value at auto, because we do not want a huge number of pile getting piled up here. So go to this value and that go to the call out, and in value select as just a second. I'm getting it. Just delete this one. Go to the call out value, and in the label. So okay, we need to select a new cancer cases here and display unit as auto. Okay, done. So now again I will show you one more thing before adding that chart. Now you can see we will, if we will select month of May, our trend chart is getting, just a single dot. So because it is not showing us a monthly data, because we have only have monthly data here. So what we need to do here, just uncheck this one. Just click on this slicer and go to this format and click on this edit interactions, and just you see this silence icon. So just click on this one. Same for every chart and this one. Now what it will do, it will not restrict to this slicer. See, now it is not getting disturbed. So that's an amazing trick to help you out to this. Now go to again format and I uncheck this one, so you won't see this pop-up coming on. So now click on this KPI chart, Control plus C, Control plus V, and turn off all the formattings here. First, what we will do, go to the cards and say new cancer cases. And over, go to the call out value, turn off the label here. Okay, we just want value, and in value we want it in 11 number. So after that, uncheck this new cancer cases and check this cancer cases variable. Okay, so now it is created. Again, we need to remove this padding and heading. So what we need to do, go to the turn of the label, and for the size it should be 11. Uh, so it has created now. I will say give us a 12 right for night. Okay. So now place it here. Now again click on this text box, right, Control plus C and Control plus V, and just change it out here. Rename it as MoM. Okay, and be in 10 size only, and just take as CJUI semi-bold. Okay, click on this whole select CJUI semi-bold. Now resize it. Before resizing it, I just bring out here because it will be a difficult task to resize it. Okay, and just resize it now. Now you can see MoM has been created, and make sure you align this so it's for better looking. Use your arrows or mouse, whatever you want. So now this has been created. So just little bit downwards here. Okay. So our MOM has been created successfully. So what we will do, we'll increase its size here. Increase size to 11%. Okay. Now we will format it using conditional formatting. So if it is in negative value, it will give us the value in red. So go to the call out and go to the value, and in the color section you will see FX icon here. Click on this, and rules. In rules, what field this should be based on. So first we will say field value here. Okay. We will select field value, and this should be based on okay, okay. So we will say rules only, and it should be based on cancer cases MOM percentage. Okay. In this, add two new rules, and we will say if value is greater than or equal to 0, if, then and less than nothing, going to give us value as red color. Okay, because we why I will explain it in just a second. I will say if value is less than 0, then give us green color. The green color, you can use any green color here. So now I am just selecting as this one. So hit enter. So now the green color is so bright here. So we just use a darker green color. So you can use 47B38A. Okay. So now it is perfect. So why we are using green color in the minus value? Because it is our business requirement, because cancer is not good to have. Okay. If we are saying cancer should be increasing and we are showing it in green, then it doesn't give a right impression to our client and all. Okay. That's why we are using, if it is decreasing day month on month, so it is good for the client. Okay. Because cancer is an life threatening situation. So that's why give a green color here. So same way you can calculate the MOM for mortality rate and last stage diagnosis only. How you will calculate, I will explain it to you. Okay. So before calculating, just click on this, all the three measures and go to this data modeling view, and click on control and click all these three measures and enter a display folder. So check and cancer cases MOM and YoY. Hit enter. Okay. So this is for our cancer cases MOM. So it has a clear view for us to understand where our measure actually is. So same way, first we will calculate year-on-year growth as well. So I will show you how to calculate year-on-year growth as well. So that will be an easier part for you. Control plus C, Control plus V, and in down only we will show as year-on-year, and rename it as YoY, and Control plus A, select size as 11. Okay, and select formatting as CGUI semi-bold. So let's right click on this one, Control plus A, CGUI semi-bold, and need to replace this one chart here. Okay. So now it is been created. Okay. So same way, copy this KPI card, Control plus C and Control plus V, and place it in front of the year on year. Okay, and let's see for year on year growth, we will move it a little downward here. So now it is good. It is showing us the MOM and YoY. So for year on year, what we will do, we will just copy this first our copy this one. We need to calculate the data for the previous year. For this one, we calculate for the previous month, right? So we will calculate for the previous year. So for this one, we will just cancer cases previous one, copy this measure. Okay. No need to write DAX again and again. If you want, you can go ahead and write practice, no problem. Click on this new measure and paste it. So for this, we will rename it as TY, previous year. and instead of month here, we'll use that year. Okay, and hit enter. So it is giving us the value of previous year. So if you want to cross check it, you can cross check by using the same method that I showed you into the for the previous month. But I am not showing you right now. It is giving us the correct result. Otherwise, the video would be all too long. It is already long. So now again, we have a previous month, previous year MOM. So we need to calculate year on year growth. Okay. So we have previous year data. So we'll right click and click on the new measure and paste our MOM formula. So instead of MOM, just rename it as YoY. And for previous month, we will just use as previous year. Same way format this as well. Okay. So this will give us a previous year YoY. Again, for the arrow one that I used is a switch measure here, a variable one. So we will rename it as cancer cases variable MOM. Copy this, right click, new measure, and hit enter. For this MOM, just YoY. And for this MOM percentage, we will use YoY percentage here. Okay, and all the formula will be same only, and hit enter. Okay, now our variable that cancer cases MOM has been created. So what you need to do? Uncheck this one. Okay, and we will just relocate it, just resize it here. And where is our here? This is the variable that we are using. Just click on this. So you can see the variable is now created. Now for the formatting, make sure you are using this thing for all the KPI cards that you are going to use. Go to this callout section, go to this value, and in the color, click on this formatting icon. Okay. Now this chart, because we have copied it, so it is based on the MOM. So we need to re reselect it and go to our first page measure and make sure you are selecting YoY percentage for this one. And same way, if we are calculating for mortality rate or last stage diagnosis, do it for them as well. So now click on OK. So now it will show us the formatting on this value. So now you will see it is showing minus 1.37. It means the previous year cancer was more. Like it is 174. So yes, you can see previous year cancer was 176K. And for the current year, it is 174. It has been decreased. That's why it is showing the value of minus 1.37. And it is accurate result that we are desired for. Okay. So same way, now you have I have showed you the how to calculate MOM. So you need to calculate MOM for this mortality rate and the last stage diagnosis as well. Do the same formatting tricks. Just what you need to do, just copy this first previous month formula, okay, and rename instead of this new cancer measure, you can select the mortality rate measure, okay, and that's it. And you can rename your measure. So this is a very simple technique to use, and I will not show you how to calculate all the MOM for this. Okay, so this is the thing. And one more thing I will want to show you, just you need to calculate for mortality rate only. No need to calculate for the last stage diagnosis, because why? Because as you can see, for the last stage diagnosis, it is constant for every month, like 70.10, 70.09, okay, 70.06. So that doesn't add up a value to it. Okay. So no need to create every measure for MOM and YoY. It will show about 0 and 0.0 value only. So what we will do instead, that we will add a text here. Okay. Control plus C and Control plus V is okay. And Control plus V will say the last stage diagnosis, stayed constant for every month and year. Okay, so Control plus N select the sites to 11, and Seju UI semi bold we will take it and format color as purple color here. Okay, now select this text box and uh, hit save it here. No, just change its color to little dark purple here, and we need to replace this spelling mistake here. So P Okay, it enter. So this text has been created. Now you can see the all the KPIs and charts KPIs has been completed. And after you create this mortality rate, we will move on to our donut charts and the map charts as well. So let's go. Completing with all these KPIs and MOM, we will move on to our next part, that is charts here. So for charts, first we will insert a state map here. So for that you need to insert this shape map. If you are not able to see this shape map here, so go to this file option and click on option and settings and click on options. And in options you will see preview features here. Click on this preview features, and in this you will see a shape map visual here. So make sure you tick this one and click on OK. In my case it is already ticked. So after clicking OK, make sure you restart your Power BI after saving your file, and it will appear here. So what we will say, insert a shape map here. Go to this and resize it as per our shape size. And in this, what we will do here, we need to insert our state here, location. So for that, go to this dim state and click on this state column. So before that, the state column, click on the state column. Make sure in this data category it is selected as state or province. Otherwise, in your case, it would be have selected as uncategorized or something else. Make sure you are selecting a state or province. Otherwise, it would not show us the location. So click on the state and province and click drop it to the location. Now you can see it is showing us the US location and all the correct states here. So after that, just resize it little. And what do we want to show here? We want to show mortality rate by state. So in KPIs, we already have a measure, that is mortality rate per 100K. Drop it to the color saturation. Okay. In color saturation, after that you can go to the fill colors, add a middle color here, and in minimum we will select as DCEAF7. Okay, hit enter. And for center, we will select as 6B, 9B, CB, and hit enter here. And for the maximum, we will select as 1F4E78. So now it is done. So make sure you turn off its title and also turn off its background. So now it is done here. Now you can see, hover your mouse here, you can see by state, you will see the mortality rate by state. So this is some amazing heat map style chart here. So now we will insert a donut chart, where we will show the distribution of our cancer cases type. Okay, like we have localized cases, regional cases, distant cases, unknown stage cases. So we will show the distribution of these cases by the chart. So as you can see, these are all in the different columns here. So and donut chart, it's not a good practice to insert all the different columns into the one value here. So because we will be dependent on the implicit measure here. So what we will do it, this can broke our dashboard in the future if some kind of different location or different type of cancer cases will be coming. So we will just create a measure for that. Okay, so it's always good to have a measure instead of just relying on these drag and drop features of the Power BI. So for that, click on this first page measure. First, we will create a table. Okay, so go to this new table, rename it as dim stage. Okay, in this, add as a function called data table. So in data table, it is asking us for name one. So for name one, our name should be first, that should be stage. Our table name column should be stage, and the data type we will select as string. So this will be a text data type. Okay, give comma and make sure you open this curly bracket and then open another curly bracket. In this, name as first name should be localized. LOCV. Make sure you are spelling this correct as per your formula, as per your column headings. Okay, otherwise this formula won't work here. So close this curly bracket, give comma. open another curly bracket and rename it as regional. Do same for all the columns here. So I will do it a little fast here. Okay, so we'll just open this course here. Okay, so we have localized, regional, distance, and unknown. And after that, close this curly bracket and close this data table parenthesis. So you can see now a table has been created, small table. So now we will create a measure here. So go to the first page measure, click on this new measure. Our measure name should be stage cases. Stage cases. So in this measure, we will use switch function here. So in switch, it is asking us for expression. So for expression, we will give selected value here. So we will say dim. Now that we created dim stage, okay. So we will say if a value is selected from the dim stage that we have created, like if it is selected as localized, then what you should return to us, okay. So it is asking us for value one. So we will say if uh, localized is selected, LOC is there, then what you should return. So you should return some localized cases, okay. After that, we are saying if value is selected as regional, so what you should return a sum of regional cases. Now, same way we will say if value is selected as distant, what you should return as distant cases. Now, if value is selected as unknown, then give us the value as sum of unknown stage cases. Okay, and close this bracket and hit enter. Now our measure is created. So in this donut chart, drop this first, mm, go to our dim stage table and drop the stage column into this legend. And after that, the stage cases that we created, drop this column into the values. Now you can see it is showing us the distant, localized, regional, and unknown distribution here. So we will just format this chart here. So go ahead and turn off its title. I will not need title, and also turn off the background. And after that, in details label, your position should be no, label content should be percent of total only. So now it is showing only the percent of total, and in the legend we will select the position as bottom center and turn off its title. All right, so just resize this a little bit, and after that go to the slices option here, and in slices spacing, no, spacing should be 77%, I guess. All right, yeah, that is fine. Now we will give us a color as per our theme. Okay, so for we will say for or distant, localized, and regional. So we will say for distant cases. So for distant cases, give us color as 3F51B5. Okay, so for distant cases, this. For localized cases, give us color as 9B5FF. Okay, and for regional cases, give us color as 7B9FE8. And for unknown cases, give us a more lighter color. That will be D9E2F6. Okay. So now our donut formatting has been done. You can just resize it a little bit here. Okay. So this is done for our first page here. So after that, we will first rename our section here. Okay, so control plus C and control plus V this, and just drag this box, and we can say lung cancer burden, and select all and resize it to 16, or you can say resize it to 18 and take CGUI semi-bold and close it here. All right. So now we will insert a column chart here. So for that, you need to select a clustered column chart. So we will show death by the quarters here. Okay. So resize it uh, as per your feasibility here. And first for that, we will create a new measure called cancer deaths. Name it as cancer deaths. So what it should be, we'll say sum cancer deaths. So it will sum our cancer deaths. We already have a cancer death column here. So hit enter here. Now in this clustered column chart, go to our cancer death and go click on this y axis. Okay. Now what do we want to compare it with? We will say quarter into the x axis. Now we need to compare this cancer death with new cases that has been created for our that new cancer cases that has been occurring. So drop this new cancer cases into this. So now you can see now it is showing comparing this cancer deaths with the new cases. So click on this donut chart, use format painter and format it. Okay, resize it little bit. Now go to this x-axis and turn off this values. No, do not turn off the values. Turn off this title here. Okay, and go to this y-axis. Turn off the values and turn off the title. So now it has been done here. We will change its color. So before changing its color, we will go to our column section. In columns, go to the layout and increase the space between category as 30, 31, 30 you can say, and space between series should be 15%, 20%. All right, so it has been done now. Uh, Resize it. Go to, you can select the data labels here, and after that we will color it. So we'll say go to apply settings to in the columns. Click on this apply settings to and go to the cancer depth. In cancer depth, select color as just a second 7B. No, for cancer depth we'll select a darker color here. So we'll say 1F4, 1F, 1F4 E78. Okay, so this will be our cancer death color, and for the new cancer cases, will be a lighter color that is 7B 9E 9FE8. Okay, so now this has been done. This part of our portion has been done. Now we are showing the lung cancer burden over the donut chart. We are showing the distribution of the lung cancer stages, and in this we are comparing the cancer death versus new cancer cases and the mortality rate of Vice City. And in this map chart, you can, in the tooltip section, you can go ahead and track this cancer death measure. So now you will see the cancer death and the mortality rate as well. So this has been done. Now what we'll say we will add a decomposition tree here. So this will be showing the distribution of cancer deaths, okay, by the region and the smoking prevalence that we created in the Power Query. So in this, in analyze, you can select, go ahead and drag the cancer death. And in explain by, you need to first select the smoking prevalence band. Okay, so go to our fact cancer And in this, select this smoking prevalence band that we created. Okay. So you can see the plus icon here. Click on this plus and select the smoking prevalence band. Now it is showing the cancer death distribution by low, medium, and high smoking prevalence band. And after that, go to our dim state table, and in this drop region here, so just click on this low and click on this region. So you can see in this low, southwest, midwest, and east ridge. These are the deaths that has been occurred in this cancer stages, cancer death. And in this, you can select the state and click on this midwest and state. After that, this is a little bit cluttered here. So go to the format your visual, and in this tree, you need to go to this density and select density as dense. Now it is showing us the correct value. I will just resize it. Okay. Now go to the general, turn off its background. Okay, and we will just change the color of the bar here. So in bars, go to the colors, and for positive bar, select our color as 3F51B5. Okay, and same we will do for the lines as well. So what did you say? Go to this tree part, and in this you will see connectors. So in connectors, select the line as same color. So now our first page has been created here successfully, and it is very insightful. Now we'll control plus C and control plus V this text here, and we'll say cancer death distribution. Cancer death distribution. All right. So our first page is created, and you can insert one more slicer here. Just control plus C and control plus V this one, and deselect the month name, and instead of that, select region. Now our first page is created, and it is fully interactive. You can click on any part, and it will be filtering out that part, and you can use a slicer as well. You can see this slicer is affecting this donut chart as like this. So we do not want to show this effect, this donut, sorry, column chart. So what we can do here, go to this slicer, go to format and edit interaction. In this, you can just deselect this keys icon here, and now this won't be reacting, and click again on this, so that pop-up will disappear. Now you can select anyone. Now you can see this chart is not getting affected. So this is done now. So first page has been done, and now we can move on to our page second. So completing the first page, we need to move on to our second page. You might have completed this MoM details, and also first we'll rename it as cancer overview here. Okay, rename our first page here, and just right click and duplicate it. So we will not remove the shapes and all because and KPIs and everything because we will use the same format. Just delete all these charts from it. Okay. And we do not delete this one part as we will just replace the values from it. So first, what do we need here? So in our requirement, we need complete trials against burden. Okay. So we need to calculate ongoing trials, recruiting trials, active sites per 1K cases. Okay. So what is ongoing trials here? I will explain it to you in go to the fact trial table here. Click on this, and in the table view, just click on this fact trial. Okay. So in fact trial, you can see there are so many IDs here. Okay. Same IDs. We have a different recruitment status here. So we need only that IDs whose latest status is, not yet recruiting or recruiting or active, not, but it should not be completed. If it is completed, that means that it's not ongoing. So for, as you can see now for this style ID, there is three status it is showing and at the different months. Okay, so we need the status for the latest month. For the latest month is completed, that means it is not ongoing. So that is the main issue here. That's why we cannot use some distinct counts and small DAX here. So we need some advanced level of filtering here. So what we will do? Just right click and click on the new measure. And in new measure, name it as an ongoing trial. Okay, in ongoing trial, we'll use a variable here. In variable, we will use as latest visible month. That will be our max snapshot month. Okay, so this is our month that is used in the fact table here. So we are saying calculate the max date from this table. Okay, and in return, what you want to return? Okay, so we say calculate distinct count. Distinct count, it will give us the unique values. Okay, so we say distinct count trial ID. To use fact trial ID here. So it will calculate the distinct count trial ID and close this parenthesis. And now it is asking us for filter. So what do we want to filter here? So we need snapshot ID, snapshot month should be equal to latest visible month. Okay. So this should be the visible to our latest visible month. And what after that? After that, we want a second filter function statement here that should be uh, fact say recruitment status. And we will use in function in operator here because we need to value different value here. So we will say fact recruitment status in RECRUIT recruiting. Make sure you're spelling it correct. Okay. So first should be recruiting, second should be not yet RECRUIT recruiting, and close this, give comma, and we'll say after that we will use as active, not RECRUIT recruiting, and close this. So yeah, so we can just hit enter and you will come to know what are the ongoing trials here. So now, just a second. Okay, so just click on this cancel cases and replace the KPI. Okay, so replace this previous KPI, uncheck this one. Okay, so just remove this previous KPI from it and insert our original ongoing trials. So as you can see now, our ongoing trials are 111 for the particular month here. Okay, so what we will do here, we will just add one more table, one more measure here, that is recruiting trials. Okay, so we want recruiting trials. So the trials that active status are just recruiting. Just we need the particular trial ID whose recruitment status is recruiting as per the latest month. Okay. So for that, we'll just close out this one and create a new measure. Same way. Name it as REC recruiting trials. So in recruiting trials, we will use same method that we used previous. We will use variable as latest month. That should be max. We'll say max snapshot month. Okay. And we want to return here. So what do we want to return? We say calculate. We'll use distinct count function here. So it will give us the unique trial ID. We'll say distinct count trial ID. That is fact trial ID. Okay. And after that we'll say we'll give it as a filter function here. So we'll say fact okay snapshot month is equal to latest month. Okay, and after that we will say uh, recruitment status. Okay, should is equal to, we'll use is equal to because we need only one status, that is recruiting. Okay, so we'll say recruiting. So we said calculate the distinct count trial ID and where its month should be the latest month and the trial recruitment status should be recruiting. Okay, that's it. And hit enter. So now for the mortality rate, again you go ahead and uncheck the previous KPI and check our recruitment trials. So, okay, so you can see now recruiting trials is 82. And same way as first what we did here for ongoing trials, uh, we need, we need to select this y axis and deselect the y axis and, click on this ongoing trial as line chart here and change its color to the pink only. So go to the lines and colors, and its color should be this F3B4DC. Same way, we will in for the recruiting trials, we will just uncheck this mortality rate one and drop this recruiting trials here and change its color to light blue. Lines color should be light. All right. Okay. So now last our KPI that would be active sites per 1000 cases. So I will show it to you. Open that PPT here. Uh, Now you can see active site count means number of active trial sites for a trial in a state month. Okay. So what do we want here? Just show you the definition here. This. Okay. So we need active sites per 1K cases. So for that, now we will say what does we want. So what does an active site means here? I will tell you what does an active site mean here, that recruitment status should be, not completed. It should be recruiting. It should be, it can be not yet recruiting. It can be active, not recruiting, but it should not be completed. If it is completed, that means it is inactive, or you can say that means the trial is completed. So we need particular that active sites and per 1000 cases. Okay, 1000 new cases. Okay, so for that, I will explain it to you while writing back. We'll say new measure. Rename it as active site count per 1K cases. Let's say equal to. Now this will be a little bit tricky part here. Now we use variable and we'll say latest month because we want for the latest month, as we have already seen, there are so many different status for the particular trial ID. Okay, so we want the status as per the latest month. So we will say max snapshot month. Okay. Now first variable has been created. We will create second variable, that is, okay, for variable we'll say active sites. So for active sites we will say calculate, some active sites count. We'll say sum all the active site count and calculate it where the filter, where the filter, first filter will be our this remove filters dim date. Why we use this remove filters dim date, I will explain it to you while we drag our measure into this KPI. Okay. So after removing this filter, we will say snapshot month should be latest month. Okay. So this is again our second filter here. And after third filter, our should be status. While track trial recruitment status in, open the curly bracket and you will say I recruiting, not, we will say not yet recruiting, comma, active, not recruiting. This, correct this. Okay. So after that, close this curly bracket and closes bracket. Now what it is doing, it will give us the total active sites count which are recruiting and not yet recruiting and active not recruiting. Okay, so it will exclude the completed one. So now we have calculated the active sites. Now we will calculate the active cases. Okay, so we'll say variable cancer cases. Now for that we will say calculate new cancer cases. This is our first measure, first KPI that we have created. So make sure we reuse it. Okay. So we'll say calculate new cancer cases. Okay. Where you need to remove filters of date table and comma. After that, we'll say snapshot month is equal to latest month. Okay. And close it. So we just need only two filters here. And after that, we will say uh, return and you will use divide function here because we want active site counts per. We have divide here. So we say divide active sites by cancer cases. Okay, they're the variables that we use here and close this parenthesis. And after dividing, we will say multiplied by 1000. So because we want per 1000 cases. So we say divide active sites by cancer cases into 1000. So now hit enter. So now our active sites count has been created. So click on this KPI, remove previous KPI and add our active site count here. So now you can see active site count here is 1.65 here. So now in general, it is in general, we will add is an decimal number. Okay. And the points will be 2. So for that now we can use previous year, it is 1.58 for this year and unselect all the years. You can just select month also. So now you can see it is done now. Uh, so why did we use the remove filters function here? I will explain it to you. Okay, just let me remove it first. Control plus X. Okay, and remove it from here as well. And hit enter. Okay. Now it is showing us active sites count same only. But what will happen when we will use month function here? So now you can see it is giving us an inflated count that is 18.83. Why it is doing that? Because we are using saying divide active sites by cancer cases. So now what it is doing, it is taking the latest month. Okay. So it is taking the latest month of that particular date table and it is in what it is saying that take latest month count of active sites and divide the latest month count of cancer cases. So it is getting the numerator and denominator at the same place. And if we are removing it now, so what it will do? It will take out the all like for example, if in April is selected in a slicer, okay. So what it will do? It will calculate active sites of all the 3 months April. That is in we have 3 years of data, right? So it will take 3 years April in the numerator, and same it will do in the denominator. So it will give us the 3 month, 3 year data. That is giving us the inflated value. That's why we are using the remove filter function that okay. So let us again add it, dim date here and close it. Same ways and give a comma here, here also. And make sure you know this filtering column value name is corrected, okay, and hit enter. So okay, now it is done here. Now it is not getting affected by the month as you can see. Okay, so now our all the three KPIs has been completed and for this chart also what we will say go to this chart and uncheck this last is diagnosis and select this active sites count and for this active site count make sure it is in decimal number and it is in point 2 format. Okay, so So now change its color. Line color should be light purple. Okay, and you can remove this one box here because it is getting a trend chart here. So what you need to do, remove this box. And the same way, like we have added month on month and year on year growth for our previous page here. Okay. The same way you need to add for this as well, for ongoing recruiting trials and active site count. So it will be a great practice for you guys, and you can write on your own. As you know, you just need to replace only particular some measures only. Okay. So for the month on month, you need to replace this. For previous year, you need to replace just instead of new cancer cases, you can select the ongoing trial. It will create an previous month ongoing trial measure, and you can add MoM and variance arrow as copy and pasting that back same. Okay. So let's start our chart here. So I will skip that part and start with our charts here. Okay. So after completing all the MOMs and YOI, don't worry if you are seeing an incorrect value here because these are of the previous page. I haven't added it yet because it will take a little bit of time. So let's move on to our next chart here. So you need to add this. Okay, it is a very necessary part of the our dashboard here. So we'll rename our this section as trial versus cancer burden. Okay, trial versus cancer burden. Okay. So for now, what we need to do when we'll go to our PPT. So in exact problem statement, we need to burden versus trial excess scatter. We need. Okay. So for that, uh, we'll use some advanced level of measures here, and we need to show the mortality month selected month mortality by 100K. Okay. So that is also important when we will come to this part. We can see the mortality rate per 100K, but we need for the selected month. Okay, so we cannot rely on our previous page measure here. So what's that? This one, this, but this is not for the selected month. Okay, so we need for the selected month for the scatter part. So we'll create a new measure. So the KPI is in completed. Okay, so after that, just go to this part and create a new measure. So in this new measure, we will rename it as selected month mortality by 100K. So what we will say, we will use some variable here. Okay, need to use equal to here. Okay, so use variable and we will say latest month is equal to what it will be. We'll say max or snapshot month. Okay, so this is the basic formula that we are using in all our measures. And after that, we will say variable monthly deaths. Okay, DET. So what we need to calculate here? We'll say calculate some uh, cancer deaths. Okay, we'll say calculate cancer deaths where we need to remove filter of dim date. Okay, you already know why we remove this filter in the previous active site count also because it is giving us the inflated values. All right, so give a comma and when we will say fact, we say snapshot month should be equal to latest visible month. Okay, and we'll close the bracket. So what it gives us, it will give us the monthly detail of the cancer death. Okay, it will not respect any slicer of the dates. So we will have a correct numerator and denominators for this part. Okay, so we'll use another variable here. We'll say monthly population. So we need where calculate mortality rate now. So that's why we need deaths and the population. So we also need current month population. Okay, so for that, we'll say calculate some, uh, we have a population estimate column here. Okay. So we'll say from the population estimate column, oh, just a second, uh, calculate some, just remove this one part only from here. Calculate some, so we'll say calculate some and population estimate. Okay. After this, close this part, give a comma, and we'll say same ways, we will say remove filters of dim date. And we will say where the report month, okay. So we have a report month raw here, okay. So we'll say report month raw is equal to latest visible latest month. Okay, okay. So we'll not use snapshot month here, we'll say report month, okay. So that is our mistake here. Fact trial. Okay, so fact cancer we will use. Report month raw, okay, we have this name here. So after that, we'll just close this bracket because month mortality is reported in our cancer table, right? That's why. So what we need to do, we'll say return and we say divide monthly deaths by monthly population. Okay, these are the both variables that we have created. And after that, close this parenthesis and uh, multiply it by 10,000. Okay, one K, that is 1 lakh. So make sure you're adding 5 zeros here. So this is our selected month mortality here, and hit enter. So this is the measure that is created now. So what now we have to use selected month cancer cases as well. First we will just select this part and go to this and enter a display folder as charts. Okay. So in charts we have a selected month mortality rate. Now another we will use another measure, that is selected month cancer cases. Selected month cancer cases. So for that we will use another variable, same variable, latest month equal to max snapshot month. Okay. After that, we'll say return, calculate new cases, new cancer cases. We already have the new cancer cases table. Okay. So we'll say calculate new cancer cases and remove the filters of dates. We'll say remove the filter of date table. And where snapshot report month, sorry. Okay. Where the report month raw is equal to latest visible month. That is latest month. And close the bracket and hit enter. So this is both our measures has been created now. Uh, so we will, use a scatter plot chart here. So uh, just click on anywhere in the visual and make sure you are selecting the scatter chart. So place it here. We'll resize it. So now in this values, so in values, what we will add? I will add as state here. So add state in values. And in x-axis we want selected one mortality. Okay, so what we have created here, that is selected one mortality. Okay, so select this in x-axis, and in y-axis we will select the active sites. Okay, so where is our active sites that we created in the KPI? So that we will say active sites per 1K count. Okay, so now it is giving us the values here, and now we'll say size here. So it is very small size. So in size we'll select as selected month cancer cases. Okay, go to the size. Now you can see size is increased here. You can just always decrease the marker size from this markers here, and decrease its size. All right, so this is enough for us. So it has been done now, and we will just uh, rename it and format it. So for the bubble color, we'll use formatting, and we will use another dynamic measure here. Okay. So after starting the bubble, before starting the bubble color, what we will do, format this chart here. First, we will turn off these grid lines and vertical as well. We'll just remove off the title, okay, and just resize it. So when we hover over the bubble, you can see the for the particular state, the mortality is 3.26 and the active site cases count is 1.03, 1.40, and the selected one cancer cases is as well. So this is the exact chart and requirement that we have solved now. Okay, so we just resize it. Now click on this analyze icon here. We will add some uh, average lines here. So go to this average line, click on add line. So in add, so you can see now a horizontal vertical line has been created for the selected month mortality. Okay. Now line color we will add as go to the more colors as 1F4E78, and transparency we can just increase it a little bit. Okay. And line style you can add as per your field, but for me I'm adding is dashed only, and width I'm decreasing as 2. And now for this, after that we'll say select active site cases count. Okay. And for that, no, just select this one part, and after click on add line. And for series, which you will select active sites count. Okay, so now it is adding an horizontal line. So we'll see the lower mortality rates and parts are here, and the higher mortality rates and the selected one cancer case cities are here. So it has been divided into these parts, and it is totally dynamic. When you select the month, it will change automatically. Okay. So this is the thing that we have done right now. So it is giving us the exact values. So now all the things has been done. Now we will, what do we want here? We want some dynamic colors here. Okay. So you can see the mortality rate is very low in this part. So we will give another color to this part. We will give another color to this part as well. So it will be easy to identify what the mortality rates and the active site counts are on the higher side and the lower side. So we'll create, if you want, you can just give any colors, or you can let it be stay like that only. But for our client requirement, we will just add a dynamic color here. Okay. So in charts, we'll create a new measure and we'll name it as a bubble chart color. Okay. Now we'll say we'll create a variable and we'll name it as a state mortality, and in that we'll say selected selected one mortality. Okay, that we have just created selected one mortality by 100K. Now we'll create another variable that is state access. Okay, is equal to, we'll say active sites count per 1K cases. Okay, so the both variables are created. Now we'll create another variable that is average access. Average access is equal to, now for average access we will use an average x formula here. We'll say average x, uh, click on this, we'll say all selected, In all selected, what do we want to select? When all dim state, we will say all, when dim state is all selected, then what do we want to average it? Okay, we want to average it from, okay, we will use calculate function here. Just a second. Okay, after that you will say calculate. Okay, just we need to not close this parenthesis here. Okay, I forgot it. So we use calculate selected month mortality. Okay, yes, yes, selected month mortality and closes bracket. We are saying average the state by the selected month mortality, because why we are using calculate, because this average will be giving us the row by row expression, and we need it in the aggregated value as a filter expression. That's why we are using calculate here. So and hit enter here. So this is our average axis that we created. Now what do we want to return? We will say return, and we will use switch function here. We'll say switch if true. Okay. So what do we want to switch here? First we will give a blank one part here. So we say is blank uh, state mortality. State, yes, state mortality. Okay. We'll say when our this state mortality is blank. Okay. So and after that we will use an and function also give two for straight uh, for slashes here, and we will say is blank uh, state axis. Then what color you should give us? Okay, we are saying switch it. If our state mortality in and state axis, that means selected one mortality and active site count is blank. Okay, so what do you want to give? So we will say give us the color code, that is we will be using here. Open the codes, use hashtag uh, D9 E2 F3. Okay, and close this quotes. Give comma, and now we'll give another argument here. It is asking us for value 2. So when we are saying uh, state mortality, okay, when you will say state mortality is greater than or equal to average mortality. That is average excess. We are saying when our state mortality is greater than average excess. Okay, and I will use and function here, and state excess is less than average excess. When saying our state excess should is less than average excess, then what color you should give us? Okay, so you should give us hashtag well, E68F96 and close this. Okay, make sure you give a comma here. Okay, so now it is giving us this color. So we'll give a comma and we'll give another statement, that is state mortality is greater than equal to average excess. And we'll use and here by two and we'll say state excess is also greater than and equal to average excess. Then what color you should give us? So in that scenario, you should give us color this one. And open the quotes, use hashtag FA4261. Close this and give a comma and asking us for value 4. Now we'll say if state mortality is less than average excess. Okay. If mortality is less than average axis is nothing, that's trial axis. Okay. So that's why we are creating this. Our trial access is less than mortality. So we need to implement more trials in that. That's why we are giving it as a negative color value. So we will say, and we use AND function here and say state access is also less than average mortality, average access. So what color you should give? You should give us color as hashtag 789FE8. FE8. Okay. Otherwise, and rest of the, if all the conditions are not met, then give us a color 2A9B8F. Okay. And close this parenthesis. Okay. So, and hit enter. So it is giving us the, so what we need to do, we need to go to this chart and just drop this value into our colors here. So go to the markers, go to this color section, and you can see this FX icon here. So in this FX icon, you can select the field value, and in field values, just select all measure that we just created right now. In the charts, we say bubble chart, and click on OK. Now you can see it is giving us the high, low value and the medium value colors into the correct format. So this is the thing that we wanted here. All right. So that's it. Let's start now. We'll rename this one part here. Okay. We need to rename as high PRIO priority states with low trial burden. Okay. So now what we need to do, we'll create a bar chart here. Okay. So uh, just go to this and click on this clustered bar chart here. And in this bar chart, resize it. And after resizing, add your dim state into the y-axis here. And into this x-axis, we will just drop our active site count measure here. Okay. So where is our active site count measure? This one. Drop into the x-axis. So now, as you can see, it is showing us all the values here for the particular state. And okay. So, but we need it for the priority state. Okay. We just need the priority state where the cancer count is high and the trial access is low. So we don't know about which one is that. So we'll create a new measure for that. Okay. And you can see there are so many states. So we just need that particular states only. So for that, we'll in the charts, we'll create a new measure. Okay. We need to add the visual level filter there. Okay. So in this measure, okay. So rename this measure as priority state flag. Yeah, priority state flag. Okay. In this, we use as a variable as state mortality is equal to, we will say selected. Okay. So in state mortality, we will say selected month mortality, that the measure we have just created. Okay. After that, we will say variable state access. Same, it is the like same measure that we just used to create for our bubble chart. Okay. But it is a little different from that thing. State access is equal to active site count per 1 kk. Okay. Now we'll create another measure, that is variable average mortality. For that, we'll use average x function like we used to uh, calculate it before in that previous measure. So it's a all selected state. So it's a all selected dim state canonical state. Okay. close this parenthesis, and after that we'll say calculate selected month mortality. So it will average the selected month mortality, okay, by the state. And after that, we'll say another create, we will say variable AV, average access. Average x is equal to, we'll say average x function here. In average x, we will say all selected state, that is, close this. And in state, what do we want? Calculate active site count cases. Okay. So what we did, we just selected the selected month mortality and active site count for 1K cases. Okay. And after that, both we use the average function for both the measures. We took out the average of selected month mortality and we took out this average of state access. So we will say where the average month mortality, okay, is greater than state mortality, then we will use it. Otherwise, we won't use it. Okay, so that is a function here. So what we will do is say return here and we will use if statement. In if we will say if state mortality is greater than average mortality. Okay, and you will use and function here and you will say state access is less than average access. I will say first we will use equal to function also here. Okay, so we are saying if our state mortality is greater than average mortality, that means that deaths are occurring more there, and our state access is less than average access. That means the sites, active sites are less. Okay, it means trials are very less on that front. So that is totally dependent because less trial are leading to the active more deaths. So we need to perform more trials in that particular area or particular city. So give if the result is true, then give us one. Okay, otherwise give us zero and close this bracket and hit enter. So now why we created this measure? Now I will tell you. So in this visual, go to this visual level filters. Okay. In this visual level filter, drop this priority state flag here. And in this, we'll say is and we will say 1 and apply the filter. Now you can see all the priority state flag where the mortality rate is high and the trial burden is low. So we'll just click on this three dot and you can select sort by active sites count and sort ascending. So now this is created and we will just format it just like our previous charts. Go to this format visual and turn off the title. And same way you can turn off this y-axis x-axis title as well. You can turn off these values as well. So after that, just go downwards, click on these data labels, turn on these data labels. Okay. So in the bars, we'll use color as darker color that we use here. We'll use this color. Okay. Or we will use some other color. You can use other colors as well, but for me it's fine. We can use this color. Okay. The color code should be you can use as 414FB. Okay. And for the layout, we will increase its size a little bit. So that's it, and all the charts has been completed. Now the final part is remaining. We will just add some icons onto this part and page navigation. Now we need to add some icons and page navigations through it. So before that, just click on this plus icon and go to this visualization and format your report page. In this canvas setting, go to the custom and select width as 2000 and height as 1000 and vertical alignment should be middle here. Okay, and after this, we need to insert an image here. So go to this canvas background image and you can add this link. I will provide you image into the description here. So remove this transparency and in the image fit, use as fill. Okay, so you can see now this first image is created. First image we have inserted here. Okay, and this is in this image. I guess I have inserted another image. Let me check it. Wallpaper. Go to this browse. First page. I guess this one should be there. Okay, so this is the image that we need to create. Okay, and use fill. So now it is perfect, and the first image is created now. And we need page navigation. So just drag, hold this and come to the page one and right click and set as a landing page here. Okay. So this will be our page one, and we have created some AI generated image here using ChatGPT. I will tell you why. So we are saying the turning data into action for better outcome, and we are saying the states that are covered and key three KPIs and also page one, page two navigation here. So I will tell you how to add page navigation here. So go to insert and in this go to buttons and select a right arrow here. Okay, so in this right arrow, just drag it to this white part of this arrow and resize it and go to the format button and the style. We will just click on this icon and line color we will add as white here. Okay, so after that go to this button, turn on this action, and in this action the type should be, page navigation. In this page navigation, select destination as cancer overview. Okay, same way, click on this and Control plus C, Control plus V, and just place it here. Okay, you can place, resize it. All right, you can also just now it's perfect. So for this one, go to this page navigation and select as duplicate of cancer overview. All right. Now, what you need to do when you hover here, just press the control and click on this. So it will navigate you to the page one. All right. And same for this. When you control plus click on this, it will navigate you to the page two. Now we need to navigation button and we need to add into these pages as well. So we need to insert image here. So go to the insert and click on image, style, image, and you can browse this image. I will say first I have so many images here, so I will just select it out. Insert the home name as home one. Open. So I will provide you this image and icon into the description as well, so you can add that. Okay. So add this here. So before adding, what you need to do, just click on this shape and go to the shape style, and in the color, select this light blue color here. Okay. So it will now click on this home button. And go to this action. Okay. In action, select type as page navigation and select destination as page one. Okay. So you will say here overview. All right. So now when you will click on this control plus click on this icon, it will redirect you to this page. Now same way we'll do for this page as well. Just control plus C and control plus V and place it here. Okay. And in the style image, just cut this image and browse another image. I will give you the link in the description. Okay. So I have analytics PNG and open it. Now it is showing, giving us the analytics PNG here. So for this, I will turn on the action, and this will be the destination should be duplicate of cancer overview. Okay. So first we'll rename it. Okay. Trial access. Okay. So now when we will just click on this now, so it will redirect you to this second page. Now same we will do for this also. So control plus C this image and go to this page and control plus V. Same way control plus C and control plus V for this. Now click on this shape and go to this shape style and select color is light blue. Now it will now change this icon. Go to this image, browse this analytics PNG and open. Okay, so now this image has been done. You can place it as per your feasibility. Now go to click on this home icon and click on this action and page navigation should be cancer overview. Okay, done. Now our page navigation has been done. When you click on this home icon, it will redirect you to this page, and when you will click home icon, it will redirect you to the main page. And this has been done. So now we need to add our main lung cancer icon here. So just click on this part and paste it here. Beside this, and in style image. So lung cancer. Insert disease. Okay. So this is done now, and you can change its color light blue. So main dashboard has been completed, and everything is done here. So our main dashboard has been completed now. So you can just overview and go through some slicers and interact with the dashboard and show your the problem statements and all things. And you can also add this in the portfolio. You can do the same to this page as well. Just copy this icon and paste into this page. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching, and you make sure you subscribe and like.